Hey guys, I'm Burch, founder of Burch Barrel. I'm here with my buddy Chef Chad Rosenthal. So we're back here today making some fish tacos going on the barrel here in a few minutes, and we're gonna get prepped and ready to go, so check it out.
Oh my God.
That's really good. It's really damn good. All right, Chef, so what do we got going on here first?
All right, we're gonna make a simple marinade for the fish. Beautiful striped bass, skin on, scales off. I charred up oranges, and that's gonna give a really smoky, you can smell, smells like charred oranges, right?
Yeah, really.
Onions.
Yep.
Chopped onions, super simple, right? Olive oil, right?
Yep.
So I just put
Pretty
enough.
liberal amount there.
Yeah, I put enough olive oil to basically cover the onions.
Yeah.
All right, got about a half cup of onions there, about a medium-sized onion. We're just gonna squeeze. I mean, look at that, it's almost coming right out. If you get some of the char in there, some of the skin, not a big deal.
I'm gonna treat the smoke sort of like a flavor of its own, you know?
Absolutely.
Like really add it in there.
Yep. Fresh citrus, you know, some lime juice. All right, just give it a good squeeze. These are great limes, a lot of juice. You ever get like a dry lime?
That's the worst.
It's the worst. Nothing like a dry lime in 2020, you know? I also love zest.
Yeah.
So just, you know, give it a little zest. Try to get down to the whites, but you don't want to get in the white. They get a little bitter, right? Garlic.
Simple.
About 2 cloves, right? Salt.
So then we're gonna marinate our fish in this for a little while. Get it in the fridge. Let it soak in there for a little while.
I'm using a fancy spoon. Do you guys mind that I use one of your fancy spoons? Okay, good. So yeah, what we're gonna do is, I mean, this is your marinade. Super simple. Onion. Oh, I missed something. Most important part. Fresh cilantro. There are cilantro haters out there. Oh, this is real cilantro. Look at that. Beautiful. I think it's 1/3 of people can't stand cilantro.
They say it tastes like soap.
Say it tastes like soap. I personally love it.
Okay.
Do you love it? Tastes like soap.
It doesn't taste like soap. I can do with or without it. So we're throwing the scraps into the fire just because we can, or?
You know, I've been doing it a long time. I personally, if you look down here, you could smell.
Oh yeah.
It's the whole experience of cooking. I mean, and at some point it can actually flavor your food. I love, and there's times where I cook meat over fire. Citrus, onions, whole garlic. It has flavor. Yeah, I love it. And it's gonna flavor it. Just threw a whole half of garlic in there.
Oh yeah.
Right? So the fish is gonna cook over that.
Yeah.
You're gonna get all that citrus essence and the garlic. It's gonna be beautiful. Last thing I wanna do is take down some of the cilantro. I put the stems in and everything. I personally think the stems have more flavor and a little bit more bite than the leaves.
Yeah.
But it's all for a marinade, right?
Adds a little bit of texture too, doesn't it?
Adds texture, yeah. And then what we're gonna do is, we are going to pour this all over your fish, all over the top, right? Just like that, kind of get in there, right?
Unbelievable.
Yep, arrange it over the fish. That will get to the bottom half of the fish before you cook. It'll sneak down in there. You want some oil on the skin so it can release from the grill. But if you want to give it just like a little lift up, and that's it. That's going to go in your fridge for an hour, up to about 12 hours.
Longer the better?
I like 12 hours, 24 hours. Yes, you'll take that, you'll cover it up and put it in your fridge. Let's make a little crema, which is like a fancy sour cream. You gotta put that fat in there. So let's say about a cup of mayo, a little bit of milk, okay? Just gonna thin it out a little bit more, okay? A couple tablespoons.
We're eyeballing today, but obviously with the recipe, we'll be able to, quantities, measurements, all of that.
The ingredients that I'm using are so simple. You know, if you want your crema a little thinner, add a little bit more milk, right? If you want it thicker, a little bit more mayo than milk. Salt, lime juice, honey. If you want it sweeter,
all the flavor and seasoning.
Add a little bit more. Not a huge recipe guy, unless I'm in my restaurants where I want it the same every single time. You can guess. And you can taste, and that's why we have these tasting spoons here, which we will. A little bit of salt, a little bit of honey. I'm gonna zest some more lime because I love lime zest. You know, give it a little texture in there. And then we will cut the lime and give it a juice.
There you go.
Okay. Gonna give it a nice little whisk here.
So we'll be able to put this right on top of the fish, right as we're done cooking it.
Right in the taco. Finish your taco with this.
That's the way to do it. What's an appropriate taste here?
I don't know, you tell me.
I don't know, let's see.
It should be creamy, little bit, you like it?
Yeah, it's great.
Cool. I mean, you can do a ton of different,
Oh man, you babied it. I did a full spoonful.
it's a taste. You get the acid
Yeah.
from the lime and the zest, the creaminess from the mayo, and I think it's perfect crema.
Awesome.
So I like to have some crunch. Let's make a simple slaw.
A good slaw also like pulls the whole fish taco together, you know what I mean? Just,
This is beautiful. Cut it in half, quarter it. These end pieces, they're almost rubbery.
Yeah.
I like to get rid of them. All right, so we're gonna, I wanna cut these thin, but not too thin. I still want them to have a bite to it,
right.
right? And you'll see that these will,
It'll make up a nice texture too.
exactly, these will break down, right? Also, my fingers are turning blue for the rest of the shoot. I don't have blue fingers in real life. All right, so fresh cabbage.
Yep.
Super simple. Lime, just some acid, right? Simple. Thinly cut jalapeno. Taste your jalapeno first. I mean, you can have jalapenos that taste like bell peppers, and then jalapenos that'll burn your face off.
Yeah.
These are nice and
Who
mild.
doesn't love jalapenos though?
I love
I love
jalapenos.
jalapenos.
You could char the jalapenos in the barrel
Totally.
first if you want to. I personally love adding some heat into my slaws, especially because we added some honey into our crema,
Right.
which is going to sweeten it up a little bit,
Sweeten it up
right?
a little bit. And we had that lime in the crema as well. I
And
think,
salt.
You know,
And that's it. Just stay fresh. I like to get some of these cores out of here. They're kind of hard to go down, but we didn't really talk about it when we were marinating the fish, but the same thing with marinating the fish with the lime. If you don't have that oil in there, you'll actually cook the fish like ceviche.
Right.
And you don't want that. So that's why, I always want more oil than lime. That's it. Just a simple fresh slaw,
there you go. That's all you need.
cabbage and jalapeno.
So we got fish is marinating, ready to go. We got our crema made, we got our slaw made, and then we need some tortillas. But before we do that, let's talk about the heat. How do you want to cook fish? So right now our coals are at the top. Where do you want your coal basket to be on the tractor system?
Yeah, so I'd like to lower it down almost at the bottom.
Okay.
Right? We want to cook that fish slow to the point where you're going to tenderize the fish but not overcook it. You don't want that fish to just be mush because you
Right.
can overcook fish.
Gotcha. All right, let's lower it down, get this grill get going.
That'll be perfect.
So we got our fish, all marinated, ready to go.
Yeah.
Yep.
We are going to take these. I mean, look at these.
gonna-
Beautiful striped
Nice
bass.
striped bass.
All marinated. Skin side down. You hear that sizzle? That's how you know it's right.
Want to keep some of that marinade, all that marinade on top.
Is there a drone? Beautiful.
That's gonna be perfect. And then with the fish, do we want to lower the lid down on top and try and capture some of that heat, or do we just want to let it
We
cook
do
this way?
eventually. So what
Okay.
I'd like to do is I like to cook it directly on the fire. And like I said, we're going to pull the fish right off of
The skin, right?
the skin and leave the skin there. And then that skin will burn up.
I love cooking with specialty wood. You can cook with charcoal, but with fish, what is the best type of wood to cook with?
I love white oak.
Yeah.
It's around here.
Yeah.
It's easy to get. It's what I've been cooking on for the last 15 years. But you can cook with a lot. I never like to cook with any sappy wood.
Right.
Pine, any stuff like that. It gets weird.
No, I like to stick to primarily just hardwoods, cherry, oak, a lot of hickory, mesquite, you name it. Yeah.
Right. Striped bass here, you have this really thin section right here.
Yep.
You can see it getting white and opaque now, getting cooked through. When this area here starts bubbling up through the fish, that's when you know you're cooking. See, it's happening over here?
Yeah. You sort of get that white stuff coming out the outside of it, too.
Exactly. And what we'll do is now the fire is starting to rise because the fat from the fish and the olive oil is dripping down onto it. That's going to start. I'm not going to do anything here because I'll break the fish, but you can start seeing the skin. And what's going to happen is that skin will release. I love fish skin. It's great to eat on some fish, but not in a fish taco.
Okay. So depending on where you are, obviously not everyone can get striped bass. Nice part about the East Coast is we can go out and catch it whenever we want.
Right.
What if you're, West Coast, down south, somewhere that doesn't have it? What other types of fish can you do this with?
I like any white, flaky fish.
Right.
I love to cook fish with skin on, especially when the fire's coming up like that.
Yep.
Haddock works really well.
Yep.
I love trout, any type of trout, rainbow trout. And then you can get some really oily fish, even like Atlantic mackerel, which is huge around here. So you see here, oil's starting to bubbling, fish is starting to bubble, the skin's starting to get nice and charred, which I have to admit, the skin is great to eat. And you can even see here how the skin's starting to come right off there. Yeah, so that thin part, that's done. You can pick that up and eat it, and I almost want to, but I'm not going to because we're filming a famous TV show. All right, so let's lower it down, lock it in. And I go up I come up to about here.
Okay.
About a foot up. All right, so
Now we just want it to cook. We don't need it to char. We just want it to cook.
And you can come under here. And look at that fish skin. Like,
oh, yeah.
Amazing, right? So now we're just gonna let it cook. We're gonna let it drip into the fire.
That's a sailor's pork grind right there. Got our fish cooking up here right now. We've been hover smoking it for a little while.
Right.
Right now our temp's at around 350 degrees.
Which is perfect.
Yeah.
What's great about this is your temp gauge is on top here.
Right.
So if we want it at 350, which is perfect right now, it starts rising towards 400. Take the pistol grip, raise it up, and you can watch the temperature. And now it's going down. We're almost at 300 right now, which is
great for adjusting in small ways, and rather than having to, adjust your coal pan, which is easy, but this is definitely the easier way to do it.
Right. So now, I mean, it dropped 50 degrees. We're at 300 right now.
Right.
I think we should drop this.
Sure.
And
wow,
that is beautiful. So what's great about this and how easy it is to slide around, this piece I think is done right here. And this is a thick piece. You can see a little bit of opaqueness there that you want to cook through. And our fire's the hottest over there. So you could just literally take your tongs, turn it around. That's where your hottest fire is right there.
Right. But when you want to get the right angle to get the fish off.
Good point. I use my finger to see it's firm, right? That's what you want. You don't want it mushy. I mean, we're ready. Yeah. You can see this fish skin right here, right? I'm gonna take my spatula. I'm gonna slip it all the way down there. We're gonna slide it down, put it right on the board, right? Look at that. Look how easy that is. Your skin sticks to the grill. Just slide it right off there. Beautiful. And let's spin the grill here. One more. Look how easy that is.
Perfect.
I mean, is that beautiful or what?
That's incredible.
Right over here. Boom.
Yeah.
I mean, look how this pulls apart here.
Wow.
Look at that.
Exactly what you want.
Yeah.
Ooh. That's
good, isn't it?
That's good.
And it's still firm. We're gonna get ready to plate these up. Get the crema, get the slaw. We're ready to eat. Beautiful fish.
Fish is done. We're good.
So done. Look at the color of that slaw.
Yeah, absolutely.
Salsa verde.
Salsa verde we mixed up.
Yeah, there's our crema. Fresh lime juice. We just sliced up some fresh avocados. Nice corn tortillas. We don't want to burn them.
Is it all personal preference on corn tortilla versus a flour tortilla? I like flour, but
I like corn tortillas with tacos.
Okay.
I think there's some fat in them, so you get that nice oiliness. Flour tortillas I use for melting, like quesadillas and stuff like that.
Yep.
I just like the way corn heat better than flour. Flour tends to burn to me because it's flour. So I'm gonna have you lift this up for me.
Okay.
And this, what we're gonna do is, I don't really want to put marks on them. I just want to warm them.
Okay.
I would just go about just right there.
Do we want to raise the coals up at all, or do you think we're all right there?
I think we're good. We just want to get nice, warm tortillas. And while they're warming,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna come over here and we're just gonna flake this fish. I do not want fish salad, right?
Right.
You want to get,
Look how
juicy
it
that
is.
fish is. Said it at the same time.
Yeah.
I want nice, white chunks of fish to put on these tacos. So I don't want to mush it up because we cooked it so perfectly. I just want to kind of just break that up a little, right? Which is beautiful.
Perfect.
A little bit more salt, right? If you could drop it down, I'm gonna flip it one time, flip the tortillas to the other side. We're at like 200 degrees, which is like perfect. If someone asks me, what do you want to warm something out? It's 200 degrees. I mean, can you see them starting to kind of curl? That's all you want.
Wilt up a little bit?
Yeah, you don't really want to grill them. You just want to warm them. Just give them a good flip. I mean, you can put your hands on them. I'm gonna let them warm a little more, and then we'll get a platter together here. I like to do 2 at a time, right?
Yep.
Oh no, we dropped one.
Tortilla down.
Tortilla down, we'll make another one. That's for the person that's on a diet and only wants one tortilla.
That's me.
That's
that's
you?
Me. Yeah,
I don't think it should be me. Because we're gonna take some of this beautiful fish. I use 2 tortillas because I always put too much meat and stuff in my tacos, right? So you can always make a second one.
Yep.
Or you can roll it up and have 2 at once. You could still see all the herbs from the marinade. You can see the onions.
Well, that mixed with that, like all that juice underneath the meat is probably unbelievable.
It is. You can see the cilantro leaves. Let's go a little salsa verde. Beautiful salsa verde.
That seems like something.
Yeah, go for it.
That seems like something I can.
What?
I made a mess already. Dude, look at that.
That's great. This is just like a chef thing, right?
Yeah.
You put the crema on there, it's just gonna look like the fish. Same
Right,
color.
right,
So I
right.
like to kind of mix textures. It's all right if you drop it. They're tacos, they look great. A little bit of crunch on these. This is the
yeah.
tiniest spoon. I would use my fingers, except they're already purple enough, right?
There you go. All right.
Beautiful.
Let's add that crema on there.
Yeah, I would just put a little bit of a dollop of crema on top.
Like that guy? There you go.
Perfect. Oh, that's it. See the chefy back and forth he's doing? Put a couple limes in there. That looks great. Perfect. These are going to be hard to eat. I can already tell we loaded them up, but that's okay.
Good thing we have tortillas.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
We're going to need like the Guy Fieri like lean on this.
Flavor Town?
Oh my God.
No.
How good is that?
Good.
Really is good.
I'm making a mess again.
Oh my God.
I normally do that when I eat though, so it's okay.
We're really messing up your backyard.
All right. So the fish is done. On to the next one. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Absolutely.
Thanks.